Hello everyone, welcome to my first video on this channel. My name is Alice and today I am going to share with you on how I created this small but sweet survival house and its cute farms and gardens that can easily be separated into 4 different sections. Now this is a very fun build because you can literally do whatever you want with the garden. It's just up to you, just have fun and be creative with it. And beside the build are the materials I used, but I will also list it in the info box below. So first things first is to set up the bases. If you look closely at my first creation, you would have noticed that this starter house is on 3 different tiers of dirt. The first base is actually a 17 by 17 block. It's nothing too special, just a large square of 289 pieces of dirt block. So once you have created that, you should have something like this. For the second layer, you must first figure out which side of the first layer you want the back of the house to be. From there, count down by 3 at the center, so it will be the 9th block in, and place a block down. Then add 2 dirt blocks on each side to make a 5-block line. Then on each side, add 2 blocks diagonal, like so. Then on the second diagonal block, add 7 more blocks down and the same measurements on the rest of the sides. You should end up with something like this and just fill it all in. The third layer is similar to the second layer, just smaller. So at the back of the house, go down 2 blocks from the center and add 2 blocks on each side, creating again a 5-block line. Then on one side, add 1 block diagonal, then add 5 more blocks down to create a 6-block horizontal line, and continue these measurements on its appropriate remaining sides. The third layer should look something like this, but this time you don't have to fill it in. And now that we have the base layers down, let's start on the house. In the first layer, we're going to put down 4 oak wood beams up 5 blocks and then connect them to create the frame of the little house. Next, taking birchwood slabs, we are going to fill in the floor and the ceiling with it. You can place the slabs on the lower section of the blocks to create a more sunken in look to the floor and ceiling area, but I wanted to be able to place blocks on the top later on, so I opted to connect the slabs with the top section. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You can also use birchwood planks for this as well. Next is to fill in the walls with some oak wood planks, leaving the areas where windows and doors go empty. Now let's start on the roof. For this, I used spruce wood stairs, and I did the usual triangular rooftop that everyone seems to do, but since this is a small house, kind of want to keep the roof a little bit simple too. The trick here is to make sure that the house doesn't look too top heavy. So I started at the corners and worked my way up. I know in the beginning I started making a roof a bit differently than my original design, but I fixed it up towards the end when I realized what I was doing. But I find this to be a great example on how easy it is to create different rooftops, and there really is no right or wrong on how you want to design your builds. I also completed design in the front to see how everything looks, since I will be doing the same thing at the back. And then finishing off the roof, which shouldn't be too hard. All you really need to do is to connect everything together. Now let's work on the sides of the house, which I did keep identical to each other. I also placed the windows and doors in the meantime. Now that we have the house complete, we can finally get on to creating the garden around the house. What's great about this garden is that you can actually create 4 distinct sections. You can have it growing all crops, one section be carrots, another section be potatoes, another one be wheat, beetroot, whatever you like, or you can just have flowers, or you can have a little bit of both. It's really up to you. So what I did was create the pathways and water systems of the gardens first. I basically used the cobblestone and the water and fences to create the sections I wanted. And I made sure everything looks a little bit messy, as if each block was placed there unintentionally to create more of an organic feel. I didn't want everything to just be super put together because it just looks unnatural if you do so. Once I have everything sectioned the way I wanted it to be, I just decorated it with plants. So I have a place that grows food out front, which is wheat and melon and pumpkins and some sugar cane, while at the back I made sure that everything there is just flowers. So I have one section for the shorter flowers and then another section for the larger flowers. And with that, you are basically complete. This is a great starter home. You can even build a fence around it to keep you safe from the mobs if you wanted to. This build is small, it holds the essentials, and it is quite aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I hope you enjoy my very first video, everyone. There will be more to come. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for dropping by, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!